guess you could say this is the story of two boys who were hurt when they were too young to fight back. You can't tell someone they're wrong about their own memories. Now, about the Weatherman, it's not that he wasn't aware of himself. It's not like he would look in the mirror and not recognize his own face, or that he would forget the address of his own house. And he didn't actually think he could tell the future. He knew to do one thing well. He had to show up. He knew that was the first thing most people didn't do: arrive on time. He saw you'd already be starting ahead of the crowd, just by being there bright and early. Not that it was always bright. He would repeat things, bits of things he read and things he heard said by all the people he thought were smarter than him. He knew confidence went a long way, and he happened to live in a world where nothing was for certain. That being the case, he practiced telling stories. He thought the world kept moving because people had to show up. It didn't matter if they were early or late, they were arriving. And people like to start with an idea of what things are going to look like, even if it's wrong. You know, his brother used to say that people would travel a long way to listen to the best sounding lies. To hear the truth, you just had to stand still. But not a lot of people want to do that. The Weatherman knew that he was better at showing up than he was at getting it right. But sometimes, it's not the future that's the problem. Now his brother, they call him the Shadowboxer. His friends would never have to ask him twice to stand up and fight for them. Although once he started, they might have to ask him more than once to stop. If you needed his last dollar, it was yours. He knew loyalty was more important than saving for something that no one could count on. He was never going to let himself become the kind of person that talked about real estate, like it was really possible to own something, even if you spent most of your life trying. He saw the problems that started the moment people thought they deserved something. He would see how people could lie to themselves out loud just to protect their pride. So he spoke as little as possible, and mostly with his hands. He felt at home in bruises, and he'd recognize himself in the scars that would grow into his skin. It was the rest of the time that he felt like he was pretending. In the mornings after, when his body was asking for help and only he could hear it, he would feel most himself, like his body was remembering, so for a moment, he didn't have to. They say the difference between a child and an adult is understanding what it really means to say goodbye. This is a story of two boys that were hurt when they were too young to fight back. There's no limit to the amount of distance a child will manufacture to protect itself. They spent years trying to figure out where someone else's crimes ended and they began. They couldn't agree on their past, even if it meant losing the only person that they shared it with. You can't tell someone they're wrong about their own memories. The crime that was forced on them as children grew into the habit of holding a secret, telling stories, a distance. To face the impossibility of living without someone is also the opportunity to live with more of yourself.